på YouTube-greia, så hører jeg når det er back. Gud, Tonje. Well, one thing is for sure, there's a lot of awesome-looking people on screen. We are there. I think. Yeah, I can hear myself. Yeah.
Yes.
I cannot hear Anita.
Let's take the introductions again, I think.
Can you guys hear Anita? Because I can't.
No, she's...
You have to turn on your mic.
You're so muted. Still muted.
There you go.
Okay, there. Okay. Right. So, welcome to episode 118 of the CosCast. I am, as always, your main host, Pixie Does Cosplay, and with me I have my wonderful co-hosts.
Annabella Cosplay.
And Anyasia Cosplay.
Welcome, ladies. And also, we are joined by our wonderful guest, Trines Imaginarium.
Hi! Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on our show. And for dressing up. You look amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So the main subject and theme for today's episode is, of course, an interview with our wonderful guest. And we were very excited about that. But before we do that, let's go into cosplay progress. Have we been working on anything cosplay related during the past week?
Just trying to plan out the Powerpuff Girls group that we're gonna do.
Yes. That's very exciting.
Yeah, it's no secret, so I'm just letting out there.
Yes. So we're going to try to finish the Powerpuff Girls for Desicon Pop in the beginning of March. That's the plan. And then we'll see where we go. I also did a Mad Moxie from Borderlands 2 makeup test this weekend, yesterday or the day before that. I don't remember. And it turned out pretty cool, so I'm super stoked to start working on Mad Moxie now. I just have to wait until like April because I'm still paying down my computer, so I can't afford to buy new materials for pretty much anything. So, oh well.
And that's also why we have two Anitas down there at the line, as Sarah pointed out. Yeah, there's two Anitas today, but that's just because we have some sound issues. So
yeah, because because I have a laptop that has a better webcam than what I use on my regular computer, I'm streaming from my computer and also logged on via my laptop. And next time we'll have a different solution for this. But this is kind of like a test run today. So sorry about the audio issues and everything in the beginning of the episode. So yeah. Anyone else been working on any progress?
Nope.
Well, I started to collect some stuff for my new cosplay. I'm going to cosplay Celine from the Underworld movies.
Oh, yes!
Ooh.
Oh, you're going to be an amazing Celine.
Oh, yeah! Oh, I've had her on my cosplay list for quite a while, ever since I started cosplay. I don't think I'm ever gonna do it, so yeah, I'm gonna fangirl over this so bad.
For
my
sure.
mom actually bought me her corset for Christmas in actual leather, so I'm like...
Mom points?
Yes! Very big mom points. She's my biggest cosplay founder.
Oh,
that's nice. I like it when parents are their kids' biggest fans.
Also, yes. Lucia Farah is very excited by the Celine thing in the chat.
And she's also very fond of your Poison Ivy cosplay.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
There we go. We have a little bit more light on my face. We just have to rig it. Sample says, I have bought everything I need except base shoes for Pidge, so I'm guessing she's cosplaying from Voltron.
Oh my god, I love Pidge.
It's so cute. Pidge is my favorite.
Mine too.
Aww. Yay, Team 5. All right, so moving on then. to cosplay and geek news from the community. So I'm just going to throw up some stuff that I'm going to screen share with you guys. So there we go. So the first thing on my list is that there will be a Japanese anime film fest at Harstad Kino, and it will be hosted on January 27th till January 28th. So until 2 p.m. in the evening or in the night. And they'll be showing like Japanese animated movies.
That's cool.
And I think there will be cosplayers in attendance, quite possibly. And yeah, they have a program for the whole thing. And there will be a Norwegian premiere of the film A Silent Voice. So it will not have been seen in Norway before this. That's pretty cool.
Cool.
And they will also show The Cat Prince by Studio Ghibli.
Nice.
It's cool. So people should check that out if they live in Harstad or in the surrounding area. I think it's pretty cool that they're actually doing something like this, like way up north.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. The next piece of news is that Pressfire, the Norwegian gaming magazine, have been struggling financially lately because of ad blocker and things like that. So they've choose to go the crowdfunding route. So they're not going to put up a Patreon, but they have set up their own page where people can crowdfund them and in return get access to perks or giveaways or contests that other people will not be given access to. So if you want to support pressfire.no and their future publishment, then you should go and check that out. Next on my list is that there is something called Oslo Pod Fest that will be held at the Vulkanhallen in Oslo on the 10th of February. So there will be several Norwegian, like super popular podcasts that will be hosting live shows there. We won't be there because we're not that popular in Norway, and especially not in the podcasting circles yet. But it seems interesting. I would be interested in attending this, and I think tickets are 250, and you buy them in the door, and then you get like a festival, bracelet thingy. So that's pretty cool. Next piece of news is that there is something called an open drag stage that is on the 20th of January. It's being hosted in Oslo. And tickets are available for that. And I don't know about you guys, but I think drag is super fascinating and super fun. So this is like right up my alley. I would love to go see this.
Yeah, and soon, just a few weeks, RuPaul Drag Race All Stars Season 3 is gonna have its premiere, and I'm so stoked for it.
So ready.
I'm just saying, team. Oh no! Oh my gosh!
Brain fart?
Yeah. No, Ben de la Creme and.
Ben de la Creme.
No, it's not Ben de la Creme that I'm after, but like I Ben de la Creme and oh my gosh, Chi
Devane is going to be there. Yes. There's lots of cool drag artists that are going to be on that show, and I'm super excited. Can we have a viewing party at your house? That would be cool. Yeah. Let's see. The next piece of news is a bit political. We don't tend to be political, but this one I feel is safe to talk about. There will be a women's march in Norway with the hashtag #MeToo campaign. That will be held on January 21st. It's a Sunday, and that's from 2 p.m. So 2 in the afternoon till 4 p.m. And it will be at Youngstorget. So if you're interested in women's rights and marching for women's rights and the Me Too Norway movement, then you should check out this event. Next piece up is that there's been like a collection of videos of some of the best, I say best because, it's relevant or relative. But some of the best cosplay from the States in 2017 have that one of these big cosplay video makers have been making throughout the year have been collected in a special showcase. So if you're interested in seeing a lot of cool cosplays from the States, you can go check that out on kotaku.com.
Cool. It's
And
always
link,
inspiring to see cosplays.
yeah, it's super fun to see what's popular in other parts of the world and seeing if it kind of mirrors what's popular here.
It sort of does.
Yeah, it usually tends to do that. Yeah, and also as always, all the links to all these things are up on our Facebook already, so you can just head there, and so you don't have to search for the links on your own. This is not necessarily cosplay related, but these are like actors who are the same age but don't look like they're the same age. So just have a moment to appreciate this. These people are all the same age. Particularly this one is very fascinating to me.
I have no idea which one you're pointing at, but
Yeah, no. I don't remember the name, but the guy who plays Jojen Reed in Game of Thrones versus this other guy that I don't remember the name of because it escapes me. But there's a lot of fun things on this list, and people should check it out. Funny.
yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah. Also, Sunniva, you picked this one up, and I feel like you should talk about it because Saga is something that you've been following for a while.
I have no idea which one it is because it's not in the manuscript. So.
Oh. Well, it should be because I updated it. But okay, it's like a wish list. If Lin-Manuel Miranda ever wanted to write a Saga musical, the creators of the Saga comics have officially put it on the record that they're like, yes, you have our seal of approval. If you ever want to make a musical about our space comic, go ahead.
That's pretty cool. I would love to see like a musical of a comic book. That would be very cool.
DC bombshells.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be very funny. Lots of cool choreography.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And also this one was sent in by Tonya, and it is a notice that they've finished filming for the Tolkien movie that is in the works. And this is not like a Silmarillion or Lord of the Rings kind of movie. It's kind of like a biographical movie, like looking at the life of Tolkien and what inspired him to write Lord of the Rings and so on and so forth.
Oh.
So that will be coming to the movies at some point.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah. I'm intrigued. I would watch it. Just because I'm a sucker for Tolkien. Anything Tolkien related. Yeah, who isn't? That's true. All right, so that is pretty much it for cosplay news. So that means that we can move into the next part of our show, which is our interview with you. Yes. Are you nervous?
Tiny bit, maybe.
A little bit? Yeah. So before we start asking you questions and grilling you, I thought we would just show our audience some photos of you that you've sent us, just to ease us into it. So this first one is one of your, was it an OC elf character, I think?
Yes. I call her Itilra.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
And this photo was taken by Oda Christine Isaksen.
Yes, it's a friend of mine who I worked with a lot this past year.
Very cool. So, like, what's the backstory for this character?
The backstory for this character, she is... I haven't actually made that much of a backstory for her, but she is, like, kind of royal and doesn't want to be, like, the typical princess, so she, heads out into the forest and, just living her life there.
Cool. She looks very regal, and like the way you pose when you're in that costume is very cool.
Thank you.
Let's see, next one up. Ooh, these I like. This is the Splicer costumes that you and your fiance have made.
Yes. So he introduced me to Bioshock. We have played through the first game, and one day he came home from school and he had made all the parts for the Spicer class. So I just find myself with a new costume.
Ah,
awesome.
And,
boyfriend points?
Yeah. He inspires me a lot.
It's very cool.
It's a very beautiful picture as well. It's so awesome.
Yeah. It's taken by Torrigan Photography.
She's so talented.
She's very talented. Love her photos. This one is your Undyne, and this is from Undertale, I think.
Yes. Oh my god. I love Undertale. It's such lovable characters because they have so much depth. And yeah, Undyne, she has so many sides to her character. And if you haven't played Undertale, go play Undertale right after this live show. It is like on 50% sale on Steam, so you know what to do.
Yeah, you heard it. You know what to do. And this photo is by MJ Cos Photo. Now, I personally have never played Undertale, but I've heard a lot of people like talking about it, and I've seen a lot of cosplays from it. So there's a lot of hype out there for Undertale.
Yes, join the hype.
Always try to. Let's see. This one is, of course, your Poison Ivy.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
My favorite gal.
She's so pretty. So just something with red hair and green makeup.
Yes.
That's very striking.
That's my favorite kind of gal.
And this photo was taken by Royano Photo.
I have a lot of shoots with him, and he's just wonderful to work with. He just know what you want.
Yeah, he's a very talented photographer.
Yes,
and I mean, it's just, we have so many talented photographers in Norway. It's crazy. So many good ones.
Yes.
Let's see. This one, also amazing. This is also an OC, I think. Yeah.
My Sith?
Yes.
Yes. So I was actually making that for last year's sci-fi festival in Fredrikstad, but I didn't get to go, so I brought it for DESCON last summer instead.
I have an OC Sith myself, but mine is not as cool as yours. Not by far.
Yours are cool as well. I like it.
Thank you. Sunniva also has one, but she's like a rave Sith.
Yeah.
We need
like
a party set with
changing lights.
She has that blinking like sword that blinks between green and blue and red and purple and makes horrible noises.
Well, I have detached the speaker for it, so it doesn't make those noises. But I have, because there were two that came in the package, so one of them still makes the horrible noise. It's awful. It's so awful.
Yeah, mine's pretty bad too. Mine also had blinking lights, so you could turn it from several colors, and it wouldn't stick to that one color. So I had to like go in and like clip cables, and I was like, "Oh, please be the right cable, please."
I only got a 3D print that I also got from my fiance for Christmas 2 years ago, and for the shoot I had with Cosplay Studio, I actually got to borrow the Pacific Inn's Darth Maul lightsaber, and it made all the right sounds.
Cool.
That's so cool.
I really want like a proper lightsaber one day.
Yes.
Oh, it would be so
there's a site called the Saberforge, where you actually can design your own lightsaber. Ooh. And they will make it for you.
That's very cool. But it sounds expensive too.
It's shit expensive. Oh my god, you have to like go to this shop and you pick all the parts that you need to make your lightsaber, and you know.
Well, at least it's custom.
It's custom, one of a kind, maybe.
Yeah. All right, last one. This is from your Christmas shoot with the Hadra cosplay, and it was also taken by Royano Photo.
Yes. Oh my god, it was so fun. Oh my god.
You guys are so gorgeous.
Thank you. And it was so fun to work with Hadra. She is so talented and amazing. But I hope to have more shoots with her in the future.
That would be amazing. Yeah, no, I like the lights and all the Christmas colors, and you guys look so pretty together. It's like, I kind of want to be there.
You can join us next year.
Yeah,
if you want.
I have cosplayed a steampunk Poison Ivy once, so I have a wig.
But there you have it.
There we have it. All right, so that's pretty much all the pictures we were going to share. So that means that we can move into the interview part. So I figured, Tonje, maybe you want to start?
I will do that.
Yes.
Okay. The first question is, when and how did you get into cosplay?
Well, I started cosplay in 2009, and I was introduced by Virid Viking Design, a close friend of mine, and we attended our first con, which was Desicon 3. So that's how I got introduced to cosplay, and I really miss that, that first experience when you attend your first con, because you don't know what you are going to do, because you want to do everything, and yeah, I really treasure that memory.
Yeah, I totally get what you mean.
Yes.
So, what are your favorite and least favorite materials to work with?
My favorite material to work with is this thing called sculpt gel, and it's a thick silicone-based material that has two components, and you mix them together. And with this silicone goo, you can sculpt like scars, claw marks on your face, neck, arms, yeah, anywhere on your body, and it will slowly harden, and it's still flexible, so you can move, and it will still, seem real. So that is my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Is this what you've put pictures up on your Instagram lately?
None of them are of sculpt gel. That
Okay.
is gelatin applications and wax. I plan to put up some sculpt gel pictures later. I just want to do some bigger stuff with that.
Awesome.
So you can buy a finished sculpt gel at Visage, I believe. I think so. But I make it myself at school.
That's
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been watching your Instagram and I'm like, oh my god, oh.
Yeah. It's like every time I put something up, it's like, oh my god.
Are you okay?
So I'm like, people just presume that every time I put something like that up, it is just makeup, and then it's like, what it happens when I actually hurt myself, and then is like, I don't believe you. That is just makeup.
You'll be like the boy who cried wolf, basically.
Yes.
Most people don't really put up pictures of themselves really hurt on Instagram. Most
No.
people.
Most people.
Not sane
Yeah.
people.
When people put it up, I put it up on Facebook with a long text of what happened,
Yeah.
So and my least favorite materials is fabrics. I hate sewing. I use so much time on it, and I'm not friend with my sewing machine. I hate her. She is under my desk, shaming on herself.
Wow.
But I'm slowly learning, and I can notice that each time I take on a new cosplay, I'm slowly getting better. So I just have to be patient. But I'm not the most patient person in this house. So
yeah.
yeah.
We can relate totally.
Yep.
I'm not alone. It feels good.
Let's see. So, what inspires you as a cosplayer, and what are your favorite fandoms?
That's a good question. Basically, everything I do. I work at a beauty store. We sell a lot of makeup, and I've never bought so much makeup in my life after I started working there. My study, I'm studying makeups and SFX, and when I watch movies, when I read, when I game, I'm always thinking that, ooh, that character's so cool. How can I make that stuff? And like everything I do inspires me to do something related to cosplay.
And your favorite fandoms?
Doctor Who is a big one. It was the first series that me and my fiance watched together, so it's very special.
Oh yeah, I seem to remember a Doctor Who TARDIS Easter egg a little while back.
Yes.
Yes, that was very beautiful, by the way.
Thank you so much. Other than that, I'm a huge fan of this book series called Skullduggery Pleasant. And it's basically about this girl named Valkyrie. She discovers that the world is not as normal as she thinks it is, and she sees that there is magic, there's werewolves, vampires, monsters, like everything. And she goes on this adventure with a skeleton detective named Skullduggery Pleasant. and the humor in this book is hilarious. It's so good, and it just punches you at the right time.
Aw.
And the best part of these books is that when you read the first book, you get to feel that this is a children's book, but as the character gets older, the book goes from being for children to young adults to adults. So you grow with the character.
So it's kind of like Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
kind of like Harry Potter, but you have a skeleton instead.
Yeah. I like the name Skullduggery a lot. It was very
Yes.
funny.
I think the Norwegian name is even more funnier. Skranglebein likanes. I was like, yeah.
That's adorable.
It is adorable. The first book, I have it in Norwegian. I bought it on a book sale, so I was like, yeah, sounds like fun.
Aw. I see that Doctor Who is getting a lot of love in the chat.
Oh yes, oh yes. And of course, I have to mention it, ElfQuest.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my god, I knew I would get this reaction from you
Yeah.
guys.
Look at Skywise up there. He's so
Yes, I see him.
I don't have any art of them on my wall, but I have a lot of
You don't-
books.
Yes, you don't need to have the art to be a fan, but the
No.
art is good, especially if it's from the puzzle.
I'm definitely gonna buy some ElfQuest art someday and
Yeah.
cosplay from it
Yeah.
too.
Buy
Yes.
buy it from Lynn Puzzle. She makes the prettiest.
She makes the prettiest art.
Mm.
And yes, to big cosplay group. Yes.
Yes. I want to cosplay Skywise or Moonshade. Those are like my two bays.
Mm.
Oh, I have like Moonshade and Joyleaf.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I want to
My fiance.
cosplay Cutter.
Yes, yes.
All the plans.
All the fans.
Cosplays.
Yes.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
No, you don't.
Sorry.
You will in time. We'll force it on you.
You have to read it. You know.
Yeah, well, I got lots of books that you can borrow.
I will send the books in the mail.
Of original comics from the 80s.
Me too.
No, but I like the artwork. Of course I've seen ElfQuest. I know
Yes.
like what it is, and the artwork is amazing and beautiful. So I understand that you guys love it so much.
We're gonna catch you up to speed
Yeah.
in no time. So, okay, next question then. Or do you have any more fandoms you want to mention?
Oh my god, there's so many, so we can sit here all day talk about my fandoms. But those are the like 3 most important.
What about Poison Ivy?
DC bombshells. I'm just
Mm.
I got the first comic for Christmas from my fiance, and it's like, finally I get to read it. Poison Ivy had like 3 pages in the first book. So like, there's a little Ivy.
Okay, all right. You are currently taking a bachelor in makeup and special effects.
Yes.
What is that like, and does it do anything for your cosplay?
It is the biggest challenge I ever taken upon myself. But I've always been fascinated by the transformation you can do with makeup and SFX. And I truly love it. And it was my hobby as a cosplayer that made me, seek out this kind of study. So I can see that for my cosplays, it has kind of elevated it some kind of bit, because I can easier understand what products to use and how to apply them. So that is how it has contributed to my cosplay.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, makeup is like so important for cosplay because
Yeah.
it is a big way of how you actually make yourself look like a character, or you know.
Absolutely.
And after I kind of rediscovered makeup, because I went through several years where like I can't be fucking bothered. It's so much fun.
It is. It's really fun.
And also makeup is so important. Like you can have the best photographer in the world,
Absolutely.
but if the makeup is totally wrong, it will show either way.
Yeah, and you don't want to have a picture that is, where all the makeup on you is edited. What is the point then?
Exactly.
It's like you cannot claim that look or that art anyway.
And also, him that says in the chat that cosplay made me interested in makeup, and now makeup is my life. Heart.
Mine as well.
Yeah. But like, what I find funny with makeup and cosplay is that it makes you sort of test things out. Maybe your everyday makeup you would not be as experiment so much, and maybe you find new things and new techniques that you like that you can apply in your everyday makeup as well.
I've
learned to like my face more. Sorry, I totally interrupted you, but I've learned to like my face more after I started doing that. Like,
yeah, absolutely. It's because you only enhance the beauty that is already there. So yeah. And sometimes I experiment on my fiance. So one time I gave him this rainbow glitter beard all over.
Ooh.
Fabulous.
Is there pictures?
Yeah.
I believe I have some pictures on my computer somewhere, so I will try to find it so you can see it.
Yes, please. We need this.
Or I will just make a new one and we can, join the Pride Parade in June.
Oh yeah, that's smart.
Good idea.
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool. So Sunniva, you want to take the 3 last questions?
Yeah, I'm just gonna answer him at the end of the chat here. We always need more sparkles, is what I'm writing, because he's writing, I use rhinestones in everyday makeup now, sometimes.
Yeah, I approve of this.
Yep.
More rhinestones. I'm kind of like, some days I just feel like wearing a wig because I can't be bothered, but I haven't really worn like a wig out casually yet. I'm really considering doing that.
No, do it. It is fun, and you kind of feel, I don't know, I feel more confident sometimes when I put on, if it's just a wig, it don't have to be a whole cosplay, but I feel like I do it with a purpose. I do it to feel a bit different.
Yeah, that's smart.
So a crappy day can go to be the best day.
Amaterasu says, there are pictures, I've seen them.
So the glitter beard, it has to happen now.
I'm sorry that we're emotionally extorting you guys, both of you, when you come on our shows.
It's okay. We like it.
All right. So the next question actually is about you two guys. You are engaged to the Friendly Viking cosplay, and you guys are so adorable. But how did that happen, and how is it like to be engaged with another cosplayer?
It happened. The whole thing was set in motion actually January last year. I was doing my usual thing that I do in the morning, just sitting on Pinterest and looking through pictures, and suddenly a picture of these Doctor Who engagement rings popped up, and I was like, I'm just going to look at them.
There you go.
Love you.
I love you too.
It's like a wild Friendly Viking appeared, like
Yeah.
a Pokemon game.
Look, he's sitting on your shoulder. Catch him.
You broke us.
I don't care. It was worth it.
Yeah.
Okay. Where were we?
The
Engagement rings.
Yes.
So I went to the Etsy page that had them, and I was like, I can afford that. So I ordered the rings, sent it to my mom so that my fiance wouldn't get suspicious of me getting a package in the mail. And I had them lying around for about half a year, and then my fiance came home and was like, "Oh, I've got this photo shoot arranged for us with car tricks." I was like, yes. So I sent secret messages to Catrix, and we set the whole things in motion. So on Desicon during the summer last year, we had a shoot with my Sith and his Jedi. So we went around, just took some picture, and at the end of the shoot, we were both standing in this, power poses with our lightsabers, and suddenly I just slowly go down on one knee, put my saber down, and he's standing there like, what's going on? What are you doing?
This is a weird pose.
And, that's a weird pose. And it's just fiddling with my boot. I think my zipper just got hooked up because I had my ring in the boot. And when I present him with the ring, you just see his face go like that. And he starts to laugh, and he doesn't stop. He laughed for like 5 minutes or more, and I was like, so I guess that's a yes then. And afterward he went all around the con and like, look, I'm engaged.
Oh, that's such a beautiful story.
Yes,
guys are
and
so
we have it on film, and when it's done edited, we will post it.
Oh yeah, you have to do it. Like, this is like such a magical story, such a good engagement story. And Anita, I'm not gonna say anything. I know your story, and we're not gonna tell it on the.
Yeah, my story is not that romantic. It's funny, but it's not romantic.
Oh no.
But my point of this was you proposed as well when you got engaged.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, we've been both clear at it. That doesn't matter who proposes. Just do it when someone feels that the time is right.
Exactly.
My hubby said, I'm never going to propose. So if we're getting married, you have to do it. And I was like, challenge accepted, bro.
Here's your ring. Marry me.
Yeah, pretty much. Not far off.
But how is it to be engaged with another cosplayer?
Oh my god. Since we got together, I just noticed that my cosplay spirit just went to the roof. I had so much inspiration, and he's helped me a lot. He's taught me so much about leatherwork, and now I use it practically for all of my cosplays. And I even sometimes take some of his commissions because he cannot do them.
Yeah, actually, I bought. I have a bracelet thing that the Friendly Viking has made, and I have a leaf necklace that you've made in leather.
So glad
They're
you
both very good.
So you pretty much got you've got a little bit of Avon and a little bit of Trine at your house.
I do actually. I don't think they're here in this room, but it's in another room. But yeah, I do.
People are saying, "Oh my god, I ship it! Such a ship art." And Lucia Farah says, "And now I'm emotional."
No.
You guys are the cutest.
It is the best thing. You get so much inspiration from each other, and you help each other when you can. I help him sometimes with his makeups, and I both challenge him to do the makeup himself, and we both can progress. So it's wonderful.
And it's also nice for motivation, I would think. Like, you can get home from work and you can both be like, I don't want to do anything. Well, should we maybe do some cosplay together? Yeah, all right. And it's like, it makes it easier, I think.
It makes it very much easier.
Procrastination isn't that big issue at your house. I don't know, but I'm just guessing.
But you guessed right.
All right. We're gonna go over to a bit of a more serious issue and a serious question. But you've been open about this on your Instagram. Yeah, and you've had some health issues in the past. And could you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, of course. I'm actually pretty open about it when people ask. So I've been struggling with eating disorder for like 10 years. It all went back to when I was like a young girl, about 10 years old. I was bullied a lot because I was overweight, and I had very low self-esteem, and I didn't believe in myself as a person. because I didn't get any recognition by any other people.
Yeah, children are so mean sometimes.
For sure.
Yeah, so this continued to primary school and secondary school, and I just remember at some point at secondary school, I just thought to myself that to change. They're now going to stop treating me like trash. So maybe I need to change. So I started exercising, I started eating healthy, and my weight actually started to go down. But at some point it stopped going down, and I started to freak a little bit out. But people started to notice that I was getting thinner, and they said like, "Oh, I can see you're starting working out, and you're starting to look better." And I really got hung up on that sentence that you're starting to look better, and I took it as you're not there yet.
Yeah, that's a backhanded compliment, is what that is.
That is a backhanded compliment, and from there I started throwing away food and exercise more, and I hit rock bottom when I was 16, and I weighed only 45 kilos, and I was taken out of school, and I couldn't do anything more.
Yeah, you're quite tall too, aren't you?
I'm quite tall, so I weighed, at the most, I weighed like almost 100 kilos. I halved my weight.
Yeah, that's scary.
It's horrible.
That is really scary, and it's a dark place to touch. And at least I knew what I was doing to myself, but I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop it when it first had gotten.
But it's kind of like with depression and anxiety. A lot of people who suffer from depression, they are fully aware that they're depressed and that why they're depressed, but they can't stop feeling that way, even though they're fully aware of what's wrong.
Absolutely. Yeah, because I felt that I really lost myself in this process. So I didn't know who I was, and I was so afraid to find out who I was if I tried to get well again, because I felt like I didn't know that person anymore. So it was quite a dark and tough period through my life.
Yeah, and I think a lot of cosplayers has struggled with stuff like this, either depression and eating disorders and anxiety and all of that stuff. There's like a common thing, like a lot of people are struggling in some aspect.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just feel like we see it a lot in this community. And,
yeah, absolutely.
And it's so nice that it's so much, support from people, because they sort of understand how it is and understand how you feel in a different way than normal people does.
Yeah, I just remember when I was at my worst, I used to go on the internet, read other people's stories and such, and the stories where people told that they actually made it. They went through the tough days and stood through the storm, and that gave me actually hope that maybe someday I can do that as well. And it's taken me 10 years, and
yeah.
I mean,
I
have to
decide.
Yeah. Take it at your own pace.
Yeah, you have to take it at your own pace. Don't rush it.
Yeah. I mean, I've never had an eating disorder myself, but I have struggled with my body weight since I got into my teens.
Yeah.
And my family has a predisposition for being overweight, so I've always been very self-conscious about it. And because I'm very short, it shows very easily, and it's bothered me for so many years, and I've walked around literally hating myself, and that's one of the reasons why I've suffered from depression in the past, just because I never really liked myself or the way I looked. So I can understand parts of what you've been through.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's so important to share and be open about it. And I respect you so much for.
Thank you so much, and thank you for all the comments you sent me when I posted that post. Yeah. It is, it really touched me when people recognize what I've been through, and and who I actually am.
Exactly, and it feels good to be able to actually just come out and share Absolutely. What you are, because it's such a big part of yourself, and it's such a big dark thing that you don't want to keep it to yourself, because you want the support of others to get it away or get it out of your head. And And one way is to share it, to just get it out, you know.
Yeah.
And you're getting a lot of love from the chat as well. Ranirav says there's such important topics to talk about. Creates a forum to process and support each other in this community. And it does. It does.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But how did you find the strength to conquer how did you find the strength to conquer your issues and get better? And
Well,
has cosplay or the cosplay community helped in any way? So it's sort of a two-way question.
Well, for me, it's been the support of my nearest and dearest, my family and my closest friends, because they kept believing in me. And there are especially two people that have, been there for me more than anyone else. And first of all, that is my mom. She actually took some time off from her work for like a half a year, so that I didn't have to do my recovery in the hospital. So I could stay home. Yeah. So she really stepped up for me, and she has supported me throughout the whole way. And the second person is, of course, my fiance. He is the first person that I felt really saw me for who I was. And in this past year, I had a fallback where I lost a lot of weight again and have to take sick leave from school. And it was really tough because I didn't know what to do. I tried to seek out help. I tried to call institutions, but the list was very too long for me to get in.
Yeah.
So he really stood by me, and you hold my hand when I was crying and didn't know what to do. And he also gave me courage to, just try to own your own disease, do something about it. So I kicked myself in my own ass and just found the courage to take the final steps out of it.
It's so important to have someone who's there for you and can like comfort you, but also give you a kick in the ass when you need it.
Yeah. He does that a lot.
Yeah, my husband does that too. He's very fond of kicking me in my ass when he feels like you're wallowing now. Get yourself together. You're not a victim.
But it's a difference between supporting and sewing pillows underneath your arms.
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
a big difference. And usually the ones who loves you the most are the ones who actually dares to be honest and dares to push you in a healthy way. They're not fake.
Yeah. No, my biggest fear was actually that he was going to leave me, because I know many other girls that have eating disorders, and they have been in relationships, and their relationships have ended because of the eating disorders. That was my biggest fear. So I actually told him that if this is too much, I want you to tell it to me now, not later when it is way too much.
Yeah. That takes a lot of courage just to say that.
Yeah, and it's like I am down. I don't want to get up and then go down again. So take it when I'm down.
And it also shows like such a level of honesty that you guys have between yourselves, and that's awesome. So it's so amazing that you can feel free to say something like that, because a lot of people they don't.
Yeah, communication is key. So don't go on hold it up inside. You need to talk, or else it only gets worse.
Best advice.
Yes. And as for the cosplay community, in the beginning it didn't help, or cosplay community and cosplay, it didn't help that much in the beginning, because it made me just more aware of how I looked as a cosplayer. But going to convention, I remember that always being some kind of relief, because I stepped out of my usual world and went into this world of geekiness and people loving the same things that I did. Weekend I could be someone else than me with the disease.
Yeah.
So that was very liberating for me.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's like when me and Pixie Dust, we started cosplaying together. When we started out, we had all these expectations on what the community and what cosplay was, and it turns out that now when we're comfortable in it, it's something completely different. We're not in it for the same reasons anymore. It's different, and it's like you don't have to be perfect all the time. It's about being around people that loves the same stuff as you. And as you said, you can become something else. You can leave your troubles at home and you can just let go.
Because we've touched upon that subject before, like how just being in that costume and not feeling like yourself all the time can be really, like, you feel free or you feel unburdened, or it's just like therapeutic somehow.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you can choose what character you want to be. If you want to be a character that has a badass attitude and a huge sword, so you can be that. Or if you want to be a super adorable Japanese girl, you can be that. You can be anyone you want to be.
Yep. And that's what we love so much.
Yes, you can live out your secret sides.
Yeah. Now this community is great.
The Norwegian cosplay community is really awesome.
It is.
And there are many, many hearts in the chat. People seem to like what they're hearing. So,
yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Korean pop star hearts, whatever they're called. Right. So that was the last question we had in our script, actually. Just time flies by so fast. It's almost been an hour. We only have like 8 minutes left of the show.
What? It's not over time
yet. No, it's not over yet. But I just want to say thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and your story and for coming on the show. It's been really great to have you on finally.
Yes.
It's so awesome to be here because I'm rewatching all of your episodes and it's so fun.
I'm glad you think so. I remember you posting about it or something, like rewatching all the episodes, and I'm like, oh my god, you poor thing. There are so many episodes and so many bad ones.
No, but I'm watching it from both ends. I watch your new episode and I'm watching the old one, so it both goes to the middle.
Oh, I see.
I get both the old and the new stuff.
Good.
Cece is saying in the chat, I think the best description of cosplay for me is that I feel the most like myself when I dress up as someone else. And I can relate to that so much. It's like, I feel like myself. I feel like I can be myself. I don't have to put up this mask of this salesperson that I am at my job, or, I don't have to be anything for anyone else. I can do exactly what I want for myself. And that is exactly what cosplay is for me, at least. So I agree with you, Cece. I agree with you so much on this.
Well said.
Yes. And she's so young! The little bee, and she's such a wise little senpai.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Lucia Ferro says, and I finally have a print of Trine's OC Elf on my cosplay wall of fame. Whoop whoop.
Finally! It got lost in the mail or something. I sent it like ages ago.
Aww.
I was so afraid they lost it or something.
Well, I'm glad it came safe to its right location. All right, so before we end the show, let's move into the geekery section. So does anyone have anything they would like to recommend to reviewers? Have you read, gamed, listened to, or watched anything cool this past week?
Oh,
Adventure Zone!
Yeah, anyone who want to elaborate?
I was thinking go, Agnes, yeah.
Adventure Zone is cool. It's very funny. I have just listened to like 3 episodes so far, but I really, really love the atmosphere in the podcast, and the humor is really, really fun. And I like the way that, just kind of trolls with the GM. It's so funny. It really speaks to me on a spiritual level.
Yeah, it does. Adventure Zone is so amazing. They're so cool.
Yeah, so I definitely get a hype about Adventure Zone.
Yeah.
It's well deserved.
Yep.
I've been playing Overwatch a lot lately, and I did my first competitive rounds like yesterday. Didn't do really well, but there was a hurdle that I needed to, just get it over and do. So that was fun. And also, I haven't seen the first episode of the new season of Critical Role yet, but I really want to. So I'm planning on doing that either later tonight or maybe sometime tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We played a escape room game last night, and we
Yeah.
have we live streamed it, so it's up on your face. No Insta, no. Oh my God, YouTube.
Go through all the channels.
Charm.
And we were really bad, but we did solve some of the puzzles. And it's like, because we come from a sort of role-playing setting, so it was really hard for us when you had to think out of the box and not totally in the game. Because they're like, you get this story, like you're here and here and here, and then there's some of the tasks that you have to do and solve that doesn't really include the game, or includes the game, but like
It's like the solution to the problem is outside of the story world of the game.
yeah.
So it's like, and we are so deep into the story world, we can't even imagine to even step outside of it and like, oh, sure, of course there's a false bottom in the box, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was fun. We did solve some of the puzzles, and it was fun to do. I know that Anastasia, she was frustrated all the time because she was like, can we just take a hint? Another hint? And Victor's like, no, we have to try first. Okay.
Rick Makes Stuff says that Critical Role will be on YouTube tomorrow. So, yes, I'll be watching it tomorrow. Can't wait.
Awesome.
And Cece says that the fan-made Voldemort movie is out on YouTube now. So if anyone's interested in seeing that, they should totally check that out.
Also, Lucia Farah, the Netflix series Dark, seriously, watch it. I don't know what it's about, but...
Oh, that reminds me. I started watching a show that's called End of the Fucking World on Netflix.
Oh.
And it's really grim and really dark. It's about a girl who runs away from home together with this boy who turns out to be a psychopath who's just really waiting for the right moment to kill her.
Oh.
So they travel together.
I listened to this podcast called My Favorite Murder, and it's two comedians. One of them is a comedian, at least, and the other one is a TV series writer or something. And they just talk about random stuff. And also their favorite murders. Like, it sounds really grim and stupid, but they just talk about like fascinating stories because they're both true crime fans, and talk about stuff that's happened around the world. And yeah.
Oh, also, by the way, how could we forget? Sample has a question.
Yep.
If you were a fruit or a vegetable, Trine, what would you be and why? She has to think about this one.
I don't know, a mango?
Why?
Because I like mangoes.
Good enough
Good
for
answer. Good answer.
me. Yeah, I usually pick strawberry because they're small and they're sweet.
Yeah.
Cece binged Backstage on Netflix. It's a pretty good binging show, very teenagey but enjoyable. And Himedera and Vix played Breath of the Wild all day yesterday.
Oh, so nice.
I really want to try Breath of the Wild. I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, I want to play The Last Guardian. I have it for my PlayStation, but I haven't tried it yet.
Yes. Oh my god, I watched the playthrough to Jacksepticeye. Oh, it's so... that ending.
Yeah, don't say anything because I want to play it.
It just looks so beautiful.
It is
like the aesthetics of this game is.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some cosplayers make Trico, the animal thing.
Yeah.
You can have
That
over
is
your
very
shoulder.
impressive.
You control the head with your arm, and it's, oh my god, it's so beautiful.
That's cool.
Sounds adorable.
Also, just this isn't really geekery, but I'm proud of myself because I went out skiing today, like cross country.
Good job.
Skiing. Yeah, I was out for
True
like
Norwegian.
Fitness.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was out for like an hour and a half, I think. So it was nice. It was nice. I'm really like I'm sort of wondering how my body will feel tomorrow. I think it's gonna be like really, really stiff and sore.
Yesterday, Sunday morning, and today, every time I move, my body goes like, no.
That's how you know you've done a good workout.
Yes.
Cece is saying Jumanji. And
Ooh.
we're going to watch Jumanji next week.
Yes, next Sunday.
Mhm.
Yep.
She says, recommend it in 4DX if you can. Oh, right, because they have that new cinema.
Lucia Farah says she loved Jumanji too. She saw it today.
Cool.
Geekery-wise, me and my fiance have been playing a game called Ori and the Blind Forest.
Ooh, I've heard about that one.
It is so lovely. Oh my god, you play as this glowing little character and you go through this woods that is, it's sick with some kind of disease and you have to, cleanse it. And it's so fun. So you guys should really play it.
It sounds great.
Sounds beautiful.
If only I had the time to do all the things that I want to do.
It's not enough.
Rest in peace.
Yes.
Yeah.
My free time.
Oh yes. Oh wait, what is that? Free time?
Huh?
What is free time?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Lucia Farah says, Woody, that game crushed my heart.
Oh,
I know. I know.
All right. Well, I think we should call it there. We're only 2 minutes on #Overcast today, so that's a pretty good job on our account.
Yep.
So I can say there's one piece of news that we haven't talked about yet, and that is that one of the first dates for House of Cosplay at House of Nerds is ready. So the first one will be held, I think it is on the 4th of March, and it will be themed superhero cosplays.
Awesome.
And so this means that we will be hosting a live streamed show from House of Nerds on the 4th of March together with Melina, aka Superhero Girl Creations.
Of course.
Of
That
course.
does not surprise me at all.
No. And also, I have been given authority to tell you that Trine is going to have a makeup workshop at House of Nerds this year in August.
Oh, that's
Make
awesome.
tax.
Yeah. So that'll be super cool. So we'll be there too, obviously.
Yep. And if you want to learn more about makeup, just wait half a year and it will happen.
Yes.
I promise you it will be good. It will be good.
Yeah.
And if there's anything you guys are wondering or you want me to show, just send me a message on Instagram or Facebook. And I can put it in my tutorial.
I will probably do that at some point. Right. So, yeah, that was great timing on it because I got the message like before the show started today, like, "Hey, these are things you can announce." Like,
Awesome.
good timing. And we will be coming back to you with more information, like the time for when it'll be set up and everything like that. The events will probably be up on Facebook and not too long, I assume.
Yep.
Yes. Okay, and also the next guest for our show next weekend will be the amazing, the one and only Rara, or Ranir of Cosplay. So excited to have you on, sweetie. It's been a long time coming. It will be her first visit to the CosCast officially as well.
Yeah. Do you have any tips for her, Trina?
Just jump into it. You guys are nice, so there's nothing to be afraid of.
That's good. Phew.
We didn't blackmail her into saying it at all.
No.
So, do you want my Vips yet, or?
After the show, afterwards. All right. So, just thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next Sunday at 9 o'clock as always. And if you have any questions or requests or anything, feel free to send them on our Instagram or our Facebook or to our Gmail, which is thecoscastshow@gmail.com. And we'll see you next Sunday. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.